Once upon a time, in the middle of a vast, burning desert, lived a small bird. This little bird was the most miserable creature you could ever imagine. She had no feathers to protect her from the scorching sun, no nest to rest in, and no food or water to sustain her weak body. Day after day, she dragged herself across the hot sand, her tiny heart filled with despair. Every morning, she would cry out, "Why was I born? What did I do to deserve such suffering?" And every night, as the desert cold pierced her bare skin, she would weep, cursing her fate. One afternoon, as she lay helpless, she saw a beautiful swan flying gracefully across the sky. With her last bit of strength, the little bird called out, "Oh, blessed one, please wait. Where are you going?" The swan, hearing the desperate voice, circled back. Up close, she saw the pitiful condition of the little creature. "I am going to heaven," she replied gently. The little bird's heart filled with a flicker of hope. "Oh, gracious swan," she asked weakly, "could you do me a favor? When you reach heaven, could you please ask the gods when my suffering will end? I can't bear this pain any longer." The swan looked at the bird with deep compassion and said, "Of course, dear little one. I will ask on your behalf. Wait here." With that, the swan spread her magnificent wings and flew upward. After many hours, the swan reached the golden gates of heaven and met a wise god. The swan bowed and said, "Oh, merciful Lord, I have a message from a suffering bird in the desert. She is living in the most terrible conditions. She wishes to know when her suffering will end." The god closed his eyes and looked into the threads of destiny. After a moment, he said with a heavy heart, "The little bird must suffer for 7 more years. According to her past karma, there can be no relief until then." The swan's eyes filled with tears. 7 more years, she gasped. "Oh Lord, if I tell her this, she will lose all hope. The despair will kill her completely. Is there no other way?" The god smiled gently. "There is one way. Tell her to recite this mantra with complete faith. Thank you, God, for everything. Let her say these words in every situation, good or bad. This is the only message you should give her." The swan understood. She bowed deeply and flew back to the desert. She found the little bird barely alive. "My dear friend," the swan sighed, "I have a message for you." The little bird whispered, "What did the god say?" The swan replied carefully, "The gods have given you a sacred mantra. You must recite it with complete faith. Thank you, God, for everything. Say this in all situations, without fail." The little bird was confused. "But when will my suffering end?" she asked again. The swan said firmly, "Just trust in these words. I must go now, and with that. Se flew Hawaii." At first, the bird didn't understand. How could she thank God when she had nothing? But she had promised, so she began. When the sun scorched her skin, she said through her pain, "Thank you, God, for everything." When she fell on the hot sand, she whispered, "Thank you, God, for everything." When her throat was so dry she thought she would die, she still managed to say, "Thank you, God, for everything." Day after day, the little bird kept reciting the mantra. Slowly, something began to change inside her. A strange peace grew within her. She stopped cursing her life. The gratitude in her words began to dissolve the bitterness in her heart. After a few weeks, something miraculous happened. One morning, dark clouds appeared. The bird had never seen clouds before. A cool breeze began to blow. She looked up in wonder and whispered, "Thank you, God, for everything." Then thunder roared and rain began to fall. A heavy, beautiful rain that drenched the desert. The bird opened her beak and drank the sweet rainwater. Tears of joy mixed with the rain as she kept repeating, "Thank you, God, for everything." The rain formed small ponds. The bird drank until her thirst was gone. Over the next few days, tiny green shoots emerged from the sand. The desert was coming to life. Within a week, grass covered the ground. Within a month, small plants and bushes appeared. The bird found grains and fruits to eat. Her strength returned. New, beautiful feathers started to grow. She built a comfortable nest in a strong tree and learned to fly again, her wings carrying her with joy. The desert had become a green paradise, and through it all, the little bird continued her practice, saying with genuine gratitude, "Thank you, God, for everything." 7 months later, the swan was passing through the same region. She couldn't recognize the place. Where was the desert? Instead, she saw a lush, green land. She spotted the little bird, now healthy and vibrant, sitting in a lovely nest, singing joyfully. The swan was astonished. She flew straight back to heaven. "Oh Lord," she asked, "I am confused. You said the bird would suffer for 7 more years, but she is completely transformed, and the desert is a paradise. How is this possible?" The god smiled. "Yes, it is true. Her karma dictated 7 years of suffering, but the power of her gratitude changed everything. Gratitude is more powerful than karma itself." I watched as she practiced the mantra. When she fell on the hot sand, she said, "Thank you, God, for everything." When she could barely breathe from thirst, she still whispered, "Thank you, God, for everything." Her gratitude created a new energy. It dissolved the negative karma that was meant to last 7 years. With each genuine thank you, she was transforming her suffering, changing the vibration of her entire existence. So what was meant to take 7 years was completed in just 7 months. The god looked at the swan. This is the greatest secret of life. Gratitude has the power to change everything. It can turn a desert into a garden. It can transform suffering into strength. It can rewrite destiny. Many of us wait for our problems to disappear before we feel grateful. We think, "I'll be thankful when I get that promotion, when my health improves." But this story shows us that gratitude doesn't come after the blessing. Gratitude creates the blessing. We often focus on what we lack, complaining about our problems. But what if we started embracing gratitude right now? True transformation begins not when our situation changes, but when we change the way we see our situation. A positive attitude, combined with belief, can work miracles. So, let's start practicing gratitude right now, in this very moment. Stop complaining about what's wrong and start appreciating what's right. Stop focusing on what you don't have and start being grateful for what you do have. The power to change your destiny lies not in waiting for better days, but in changing your perspective today. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a force that can turn the deserts of our lives into gardens of joy. Write down one thing you're genuinely grateful for right now in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, please like and share this video. Your share might be exactly what someone needs to hear today. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing stories every week. I'll be back soon with another inspiring story. Until then, stay blessed, stay grateful, and keep moving forward with this 5-word mantra. Thank you, God, for everything.